That's the wrong one.
Fix my lighting. Which is impossible.
Yep. Welcome,
Hello.
everybody, to the first, maybe of many, house transitional or house focused battles between streamers. I'm here with Orion or Phlox'em. He's streaming from his stream, so go give him a follow. Go give him some attention. He loves the attention.
Now that I have stuff hanging on my wall, it's a lot better. I'm less embarrassed.
Yeah, I have terrible lighting issues at different times of the day because the yellow light that I've currently got a ceiling is the wrong. I don't like the color, so I use a white one, but then it doesn't show off the lights at the back of behind my board games, and so I don't know. And the mirror as well. I can tell you that there are some people that don't like my mirror because it looks like it's an infinite loop of the room. Makes the room look bigger than it is.
It's just a place to look when we're looking at other things.
I just realized I've had you muted for
That's fantastic because now they just got to listen to you doing some crazy rant about the lighting and stuff, and they don't have a clue why.
I do this all the time. It's because because I haven't. This is a new thing, guys. We're doing something with Orion. He said hello. He's saying hello again. If you... But we're doing this stream battle, and we're gonna try different houses. This week is BROBNAR because BROBNAR is probably one of the cooler houses. I know it's definitely been quite problematic in the recent sets where people have not enjoyed it as much. But I still think compared to some of the houses that are in those sets, like Grim Reminders and Ember Skies, it's okay.
Where would you rank BROBNAR if you're just saying favorites 1 to, what is it, 14 now, 13? Where would BROBNAR be for you?
Where would BROBNAR be?
And don't mind that Cloggin is listening in.
Let me think about this because the way I'll think about it is that what is my favorite 3 houses? I believe that my favorite house is Shadows, purely because of my favorite decks and cards like Bren the Fanatic, and I just think it's got some of the cooler. Well, for me personally, it's got some of the cooler stuff across every single set that it's been in, where it's pretty consistent. Yes, it's been weak in some sets, like Worlds Collide. It's not the greatest. But then it's really strong in Dark Tidings. It's really interesting in Tokens of Change. And I know some people don't like it in Tokens of Change, but we'll see how that goes. I like Shadows the most.
I think it can do some crazy stuff in Tokens. I haven't played enough of it yet, but I have seen some nasty Shadows lists. So yeah, that's fair. It is hard. It is hard to decouple from deck combinations you like to a single house. So maybe that's not the best question. But
I think BROBNAR is top 5.
Yeah. I think it definitely has gone
up, my favorite for sure.
Up and down for me throughout the different sets. Coda, I didn't like it at all. I mean, obviously I'm a Mars fan. If you didn't know. I think AOA, I liked it a lot, but it still wasn't winning enough. Even though it had, I guess it had the Ganger Chieftain Drummerknot combo. And then Worlds Collide. There's actually some fun stuff in it with Worlds Collide. Ganger Chieftain, I would say that card alone is one of my favorite commons ever. It's just what a card should be. It's simple. It does great things. There's lots of different ways you can use it. It works well with recursion. It's its own big body. It is a great BROBNAR common. And so seeing that in those sets is always fun. You might see a few of those in my decks that I'm picking here. But yeah, I don't know.
So what are we actually doing today, Phlox'em? What is the we said it's a house battle, and we're going to talk about kind of showing off the houses from different sets. We're not going to be bringing broken decks, but what are we actually doing?
So this might evolve if we do more of these, which I think would be awesome, especially if we can also figure out better dual streaming and stuff. But essentially, we just kind of want to showcase BROBNAR throughout the sets. And so, like, in my eyes, I want to see as many different sets as we can of BROBNAR. It's in, is it 8 sets now total?
So Coda,
Um,
AOA, Worlds Collide, Winds of Exchange, Grim Minders, Amber Skies.
and
Is it
then,
in both Vault Masters?
yeah, we're only going to do one
Both
Vault
Vault Masters.
Masters. But
We are. Do
I
I have
thought
one?
you said you didn't have a Vault Master 24. But what
I
we're
don't
gonna
have.
do is basically,
Let's see if I have a Vault Master 23 first. I
oh
didn't
yeah,
check
we
that
could
one.
start there. I have one of those too. But I think what we're gonna do is just kind of do one game after another of like Coda versus Coda BROBNAR, and then AOA versus AOA BROBNAR, and just kind of just showcase it throughout those different sets. I think it'd be awesome if we went kind of in um timeline order of like release of sets and stuff, just to kind of get that nice nostalgia before we get into the super broken stuff. Which I mean is funny because Coda BROBNAR actually had some crazy stuff if it could do if Coda wasn't so Amber Rush oriented. The problem is boards didn't matter, but if they did, Coda BROBNAR would have been disgusting because of things like the Coward's End. What is it? Oh no, I can't remember the card. Uh, Loot the Bodies combo, right? Like
Right,
against
right, right.
against Winds of Exchange, that's actually a really scary thing to see. Um, And I think BROBNAR's kind of always had a little bit of that to it in most sets where it kind of had like not much unless it did this one thing, and then that one thing could gain just like tons of amber and kill your board. So like we were just talking about the Ganger Chieftain Drummer Knot combo. Um, there's all kinds of things in Winds of Exchange, and then we get Cacophonous Riot in GR along with things like Beanstalk, and then what's that, Brawling Grounds. Like
Yes, yes, yes.
yeah, it got scary fast, but started out with a dream. So is that what we're doing? Coda versus
Yeah,
Coda to
no,
start?
definitely Coda versus Coda. So I didn't like I have a lot of Coda decks because I played the game from really early on. I'm not just gonna pick. I don't even think I'm gonna pick like a top of my 5 BROBNAR decks. I'm just picking things that I would categorize in either like a tier C or a tier B
Yeah.
sort of strength. So like it's got some spice. What does the sloppy like work talk about? Like it's about
Oh,
I don't know, maybe
peppers.
2 chilies. Yeah, two peppers of spice for these early ones. I think some of the later ones have like a 3 or a 4 spice. Um I may quickly just change my Grim Reminders, considering you said that your Grim Reminders is very, very strong. So
Yeah.
maybe
Well,
I'll
so
make it
mine is a
even.
Brobnar showcase. The rest of the deck does not do a whole lot, but the Brobnar is filthy. I'll just say it
Like I
that
can
way.
do, I can do my Beanstalk deck.
Yeah, mine has a beanstalk. And also a legacy Ganger Chieftain, which is one of the reasons I love it. Because again, Ganger Chieftain is one of those decks or one of those cards that I love, and that one just kind of is able to bring it back with the beanstalk. It's super fun. I threw a game link in there again. If we're starting with
Yep.
Coda, my Coda deck is low on the pepper scale. I will say that, but I think it's the only one. So I've been playing since the game started, but I did not start as like a collector. I was a person who came into this thinking like this game is buy a couple decks and play those for a long time, which you
Yeah,
still can
I
do.
was
But
similar for a while.
I also was playing locally with people who were much more competitively minded. So if I wanted to play with them more, it was like, okay, maybe I should kind of do a little bit more of this. Oh yeah, passwords are important, aren't they? There you go. So I don't
I
have a
mean,
lot
that
of
should be
Coda decks to pull from, but I get a lot more options after Coda. But this,
I yeah, I went with something that I wanted to show off a little bit of fighting because it was kind of the set that you know we knew that BROBNAR was the fighting house. It's still kind of the fighting house in later sets, but it's not like the craziest of identities anymore. I think that identity is a little bit lost, which could be a problem, perhaps. But for those who want to see, here's my
yeah,
list. It's got uh, double Gengar Chieftain, Gauntlet of Command, Warsong, double Headhunter. That was kind of the vibe I went for.
And the War Drummer.
And
The War
then,
Drummer with double Ganger Chieftain is awesome.
And then it's even got like Potion of Vulnerability to make my cards not take damage, and if they live, I can use one stood against many to on the Headhunter, and so it's kind of like, how can I fight as much as I would like to fight?
And then there's some shadows, which we don't need to talk about because
how good is that shadows? Oh, it's got TMTP and Miasma. It's got some stuff.
And double Nerve Blast, and yeah, it's doing some stuff.
Look at that house too much.
It does have the Shadow Self too, which is nice for all the fighting. I think that Sanctum reminds me so much of what I think I picked for AOA. Because I have an AOA BROBNAR Sanctum Mars that just the entire deck wants to fight, and it's super fun. My deck is BROBNAR Dis Mars, and it's pretty fun BROBNAR. Plenty of fighty stuff. It's got the Relentless Assault, which is a great card. It's got some stun. It's got the Coward's End to try and keep me in the game. This is very disruptive, but lots of little creatures that are going to get punched. And then the Mars is pretty rough unless I draw like exactly the right cards.
Right.
It's got the Calm Pod, but not many creatures, so we'll just see how it goes.
Yeah, I can see some interesting things with this for sure. Could be an interesting game. I got is it low Ember Pips on both decks? Yeah. So it's about who's going to control that board. My thing would not load. Let's refresh. I'm only seeing one card.
Uh-oh. I know there's been issues with that. Did you for Amber Skies, I think they said that the half cards did not load as fast. And so I switched to full cards so that I could see more. That shouldn't affect old decks, but I normally like the half cards.
There we go. Slowly coming back one after another. There we go. Okay. Let's start with the Gauntlet of Command.
I'll see your artifact and raise you 2.
Interesting.
And one of my 3 creatures that want to use that artifact. Or 4 creatures, I guess.
I don't have any way to deal with that just yet. So we'll see how that goes.
Shadow Self is kind of annoying.
I want to get some music going, but the issue is... No, I can. I can do this. No, I cannot, because I put you on the desktop audio. I'm not getting a lot of value out of this, but double Glorious Few.
Oof. Saw those in there.
And then we'll just kill the big guys. So they're only 1 Ember each. But it's not too bad.
Gotta remember what this Compod exactly how it works.
The Compod allows you to reveal a Mars card in your hand, and for each card that you've revealed, you get to ready another Mars card.
So it's nice if I have like a bunch of Mars in hand, then I can like use John Smith at least twice or whatever. Unfortunately,
it's really good in like Winds of Exchange, because you have a lot of tokens that aren't the Mars cards themselves. Ooh.
Yeah, sorry. I'm just gonna ignore the Mars part and give you that nice line of disc creatures to deal with. Now that Spirit's Way is gone. I mean, I'm sure your BROBNAR can do some stuff, but... Oh, and the Fire Spitter.
I'm using the potion, and I'm gonna fight that Amber Imp. Now I'm gonna play the War Song, and then play Gengar Chieftain. Find off another few more cards. Bounce them. Play them again.
Yeah, I don't like this at all.
And we got a couple of fights in, so that means we get the Amber Steel. This is what it means to be a Coda deck. A Coda BROBNAR.
Yeah, when you draw all of it in the first hand. Why did
Um,
you play the war song after the first fight?
because you ember imped.
Oh, yeah,
I
good
wasn't
catch.
sure of my end game. I know I could have done it first, but the sound of the horns, I wanted to see if I was going to play out the entire turn. And I wanted to see if I would get a Gengar Chieftain. Otherwise, I was just going to hold off on other than just fighting and stunning things. Because I had the Tremor in hand.
Oh,
It was more
thankfully,
information than anything. Oof.
I drew a bunch of Mars, so I can actually do something here and stop this key. And we'll go ahead and Mind Warper. Oh, almost
Yep.
did that out of order. Blip Bip. Think Drone. I just fight the war. You only have one War Drummer, so that combo's kind of done.
Indeed.
Yeah, I think I just reappear. Not worth archiving anything, because that is literally all of my Mars creatures gone now. They're all
Good.
done.
I still will fight them all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because by fighting like this,
Oh yeah,
I don't lose a creature.
and only take damage on one. It's not bad. Oh,
Uh,
and a
Pick
Gengar
up the Gengar
Chieftain.
Chieftain.
Hmm. This is pretty
Isn't it
awkward.
great that it's turn 5 and we don't feel like we're 2 turns away from winning?
It is great. I do miss that. There are some times where it's like if I was here and I felt like I hadn't done anything meaningful, I would feel really bad about that. But I do feel like we're actually
Hmm.
getting some good uh back and forth here. I'm gonna have let you get this key. But also gonna go to check
Letting
and
me have the key.
clear the court. Yeah,
He says letting me.
yeah.
Like it's just his control.
I like to be
How
in
many
control, you
cards
know?
of each house have I played? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
You've played a lot.
Sanctum.
Goodness.
Well, I didn't. Sound of the Horns got rid of One Stood Against Many, Seek and Needle, Nerve Blast, Shield of Justice, and Nexus.
Oh yeah. Wow, that was a big hit.
1, 2, 3, 4,
But
5,
noticeably,
6,
it was not a
7. 7 of
TMTP.
both those houses. Hmm. So, arguably, we just play the most house.
You're making me have to make choices. Because I can't kill both of them with BROBNAR here. And so I can kill one. I guess if I just kill the Seki, then you can't reap to capture again. So that's probably right. I really want to get this key for 6 if I can.
What? But 6 is not what we want. We're gonna go
Well,
shadows.
if you had milled that TMTP, I might be feeling different by now, but oh,
Yeah, I'll play it. I'll play it.
Huh.
Yeah, that's right. I'll play it.
Now I feel like you're trying to trick me.
Or maybe I just want to get rid of that mind games. Because why not? I don't know.
I don't know.
See what happens.
I'm kind of confused now because you miasmed me. Oh, I'm just gonna try it. Let's do that and
Nice.
that. Play him. And then I don't think you're epic questing this game. Let's just go ahead and do this. Sorry, this means less fighting.
No, that's fine. I just had done the stockpile, so I knew everything
Okay.
was going to be
Well, I still get the
useless.
key at
That's me.
least.
Yeah, which I'm not too concerned about.
I don't love the 4 Brobnar creatures to go along with it, though. I thought I had kind of seen most of those already. Guess we get to do the really fun
Also,
Mars stuff.
security. What happens with cards like Team TP? Getting rid of the gauntlet was mean.
I mean, it's saving me a lot of headache right now.
Yes.
This
Yes,
is dumb.
indeed.
Guess I put it on one of those guys because, yeah. That is going to be my Mars for the rest of the game. It basically just does stuff like that. Gives me chains, stuns things.
I went back into BROBNAR because it's a new draw, and I had one BROBNAR card in hand. So the chances of me drawing another BROBNAR card now is very low. It's like significantly low. So it's a good turn to unstun things so that I can keep them as a threat.
Yeah, I think it's a good turn for me to get this Brobnar back out as well.
Nice.
Get something stunned like this Fire Spitter because he just does too much damage.
Go shadows. Little nerve blast that guy.
So you mentioned how many turns we were at, and now I kind of wonder, like, is it going to be way more turns before we finish this? But I think,
Which is just awesome. Don't you love it?
well, we'll see if I can claw my way back into this. That
I don't know.
Shadow Self is
I like
really annoying.
I like long and grindy games. I think they create way more decision points than
Yeah, for sure. I mean, seen me play Bacho now a couple of times. Like, that is one of my favorite decks I own, specifically because it creates those longer games where you kind of have to grind it out.
Ooh,
No,
okay.
why did you get that?
Okay. Okay. Ooh.
What the heck?
Ooh.
That War Drummer is gonna
Um,
single-handedly win you the game. And you've got
I
Gengar
was hoping
Chieftain.
for a Gengar Chieftain, but that would do. Did I fight with Headhunter? I thought I was fighting with this guy. I was not.
I mean, I, what am I doing here?
It was, yeah, the sound of the horns was going to give me either War Drummer or Gengar Chieftain.
Yeah,
It was a 50-50.
like, my options are just not great. Do this. Uh, can't even kill anything, but
Nice.
get rid of the Shadow Self at least. And
Well, we're going to root with these. Wait,
yeah.
is there a risk? No, there's no risk. That's the houses that don't risk. And then here's the last Gengar Chieftain.
Ah! I'll stop it for a turn.
Mm. Yeah, you
Oh,
see
and I
that card
discard
there.
your
You see,
TMTP.
yeah, but you see my Warsong.
Yeah, yeah, I'm in trouble. And I just gave you more amber than I got, which is just. Actually, I should have known that. I should have known there was so much Brobnar left. So.
Oh, because fair game, this guy's the top card, right?
Yeah. And I
I mean, I have
I
to
had
go.
most of my Brobnar, which is why I've had no board this entire game. So all my Brobnar's been in the bottom.
I want to kill this guy card. Oh my.
Speaking of long and grindy games, Drumble being back in
Yeah.
Amber Skies makes me so happy. Because
Do
it
you like
just
Ember Skies?
I've been having a blast with it. It's very interesting for sealed because like the same deck can feel swingy. Like there are consistent decks, but a lot of the decks can feel like they have really big high rolls, or your opponent plays 3 creatures turn 1 and you just lose. But I've been having a blast. There's so much fun stuff. Okay, well, we're gonna, for spite, at least kill some of this stuff off.
That's a good
Okay, so
idea.
I've got the Fire Spitter. That kills Belgium automatically. That Hunter can fight something else.
Ooh. Nice.
I don't really care too much about the Ganger Chieftain because you're War Drummered already. Let's go ahead and hit that. Still didn't quite get to check, but cleared your board for a turn.
Sanctum, you ready? One stood against many.
With the Umbra? Huh. I mean, it's cool. I'm upset about it, but you ready for this?
Yes.
Ah.
Oh my
He's back. Problem is, this deck doesn't have an EP or a TMTP to go with it, so this is just...
What's really sad is I have no way to kill this right now. I'm just gonna have to get rid of it slowly.
With the Secret Needles.
One of these. I should have done it like that way. Oh well. Next time, it doesn't matter.
Well, let's see what we can do here. You did actually damage them for me, which is nice.
Oh, right. No.
I mean, you've got the kill with the Secret Needles, so it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Oh, and I did this backwards too. And it's not like I'm generating amber, so you don't really have much of a clock there.
No.
There's my
That's
burst.
cool.
But that's all I got. GG's.
GG's.
Huh.
That's Coda.
Yeah, I mean where'd the giant amount of it just came from, like, being able to use your BROBNAR board, right? Like, I guess you had the... Did you get the War Song again in there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you did that twice too. Yeah. Yeah, I think it was like 6 BROBNAR in the bottom 8. So just especially not getting that Relentless Assault. But also I was chaining myself for most of the game with the Phosphorus Stars, and who knew? Phosphorus Stars actually not a great card. It's pretty amazing.
No, Phosphorus Stars with all the chains. It didn't need the chains. I don't know why it had the chains.
Yeah.
AOA is the next set.
AOA. Let's
Could
see
you
what
give
I got
me
for
a
that.
peppers of your next deck?
Let me take a look. AOA. Okay, so AOA is the one I was telling you about. So it's gonna be how many peppers are there total? 5? I would say this is 3 to 4. If we're on a 5 pepper
I will
scale.
stay with the deck that I was playing. I think my deck's a little underrated in terms of what it can do. But I don't have a lot of BROBNAR AOA.
How would you
have the showcase?
How would you rate the Ganger Dot combo? Does that automatically make it a higher pepper? So I would say that makes this more of a 4.
I think
Oops.
It depends, like, on the deck. Like, one of the decks I was looking at bringing was it's not a very crazy deck, but it has a Maverick, Pen Packer Jagger, and Ganganot.
Maverick Pen Packer. That's actually interesting.
So it's all the Ganganot becomes a skirmished.
Yeah. So this is... I actually love this deck because it's one of the only decks where I'll actually like actively play Gromid, because there's just so many ways to fight with it out of house and then just like kill it.
This is my triple Gengar Chieftain deck. Because we
Okay.
had 2 last game, and I'm like, well, let's up it to 3.
Double rock hurling giant too is nice. You got the Coward's
Yeah.
End, the Into the Fray, and everyone's favorite Gargant Scrapper. A double life for life, Ronnie Brand.
Oh, was this? You used to play. Did you still play this in your league games?
I have played
Or you
this
used to play
in
it?
a. I don't remember if it's been in more than one NKFL. But yeah, I have had this in my NKFL lineup before. I don't think it really holds up now, but I am going first.
Now it kills everything.
Yeah, it does a lot of fighting. So like double
I had to
smite.
pull up the DOK link because otherwise, because I've got where my camera is, it blocks off the deck list.
Oh yeah, fair. Double smite and one stood against many, which is again where like the Grommet is so fun for that because you just load him up. Or the Collector Worm is really fun with those two. We've got the Grey Rider, and then we've got double Ganger Chieftain or double Drummernaut with the Ganger Chieftain, and the Grunt Buggy. Which if I play that, it's gonna be such a fun game. But you don't have quite as big of dudes over there. You got the Anguish, but that Shadow's
1,
looking a
2,
little bit
3,
smaller.
4, 5, 6, 7,
Now, your
8.
Brobnar has bigger creatures, but the rest of the deck,
I have 8 creatures at 5 or higher.
that might actually be almost the same as mine. I don't know if I have that many.
Because you got Shula as well, and the Anguish.
Just gonna go ahead and tuck that away.
Fair assessment. Mm.
Okay,
Okay.
there's the first rock hurler.
Yes. And then move 5 with the Shula.
That's fair.
Because there's, I'm pretty sure there's an Exhume. Let me just refresh because my cards are half there. It maybe is the half cards thing. I play with half cards.
Yeah,
Maybe I should change it off half cards.
I like the half cards a lot. It definitely like cleans up the screen when you know what's going on. I don't know for streaming if it's the best, but I mean like you can't read the cards when they're full anyways, so it doesn't really make a difference if you're not hovering over them. Interesting.
Refresh again. Sorry.
No, you're good. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing this turn.
Switch back to full cards to see
I
if
think
that
it's
changes
actually
anything.
this.
Considering the cards have showed up yet, I don't think it has.
Just play our other favorite alpha in first
Come on,
blood.
cards, let's go. Yep. More cards, let's do it. Show me more. Show me the money. Okay, there they are. You're the least powerful enemy
No.
creature. Who would have thought that Drummernaut, the drummer, is his actual name Drummernaut? Yeah, Drummernaut was going to be the smallest creature.
Okay, and getting that archiving going. This is one of the issues. Like, man, I don't have the artifact control either, so it's time though. He's here. Ready to see a Grommet
Grommet's
actually do
here.
something?
So what does it say? After enemy creature, your opponent loses 1. You cannot play creatures. Right. So what you're saying is, I should go BROBNAR. And just because I want to, I'm gonna kill him.
Don't you like fun?
No, I hate it.
Okay, let's see what kind of game we're playing then.
It's like,
Interesting. I think we just do this.
ooh, cool stuff, cool stuff.
Yeah. Do you have
You go
artifact control?
shadows. I'm gonna draw 1 card. Uh, steal 1. put this on this guy, and then damage.
Okay. Well, I think it's time for some BROBNAR. Since we are playing a BROBNAR game. Let's see. We're going to play this one first. Go ahead and
Then make Shaman.
kill that.
The 2 to an enemy creature.
And I know you're probably going to be able to exhume this Ronnie, but I guess I could have just fought with a Flame Wake because you have damage on the Ganger Chieftain already. Oh well. I'll just tell you to deal with this now.
I will put a Brand out and an Umbra, and then kill dead cards.
You didn't leave any creatures on the board. Come on. That's no fun.
What?
You're supposed to do that for me.
Hypnotic Command?
Yeah, come on. Thought we were playing
there's a fine line here between, do I risk Drummer not Genji Chieftain? I should have just killed Genji Chieftain then, actually. That was just complete silliness from me.
I mean, probably, but you're also going to get this key, so.
BROBNAR. We'll play the War Chest. We'll play the Rock Hurling Giant. We'll get rid of this Gargantuan Snapper. We will get rid of...
You could have played him.
I could have, but that's 3
for 3 damage instead of discarding him for 4 damage.
Yes. I think the math works out there.
I don't know. All right, well, I have a hand that would be a lot cooler if you were actually, leaving creatures on the board on your side, but someone is too scared to actually fight me.
Oh, he... How many creatures? Wait, you're saying to fight you. You have no creatures. Creatures have been fought.
No, you are throwing your creatures at me with your Rock Hurling Giant and with your Life for Lives. You're not leaving creatures on the board to actually fight.
It's a different kind of fight. It's just
I think it's called not fighting. It's it's just a different game, I think, is what we're playing here.
I'll look here. I will play some creatures.
See, now you got me talking, and I'm just making all the mistakes now too, because you got me talking about how you're being a little bit cowardly versus
I will play some creatures. Okay. I will. Was this archive? No, thank you. So I really want you to play the Gengar combo. So here is a Ronnie. No, here's a Brand.
Tell me that. Hmm. I don't like this.
Brand, as I've told you this before, Brand is my favorite card.
Oh yeah, I love him. And what I don't like is that you also have the Lash. I guess you don't have Team TP this time.
No, and I don't have a way to kill
for me to go higher.
In this, do I have a way to kill in this?
There's not much reason to hold that anymore. So
I recently got into a new MOBA.
A MOBA? Which one?
Deadlock.
Is that a new one?
It's now. Yeah, I did say new. It was.
Oh, I didn't know if that meant new for you or
no, sorry.
New
well,
to the
technically,
world.
it is new. It is new for me. Sorry, I should fix my words. Yes, it is new for me. I haven't played both MOBAs before. I don't really. I played Warcraft Frozen Throne mods. Warcraft 3 back in the game
that was
came
like
out
how
in,
Dota started, right? Way back then. Yeah.
It's pretty much the birth of modern day MOBAs, I would say.
Yeah.
For me though, I think I played a lot of them in like LAN parties and stuff, but never really played them. But this one, Deadlock, is kind of like a uh, Deadlock is kind of like, what am I gonna say? It's a third-person hero shooter MOBA.
Hmm.
Which is pretty interesting.
Third person here. Oh, maybe I've actually heard of that.
So I started streaming a little bit of it, some here and there, and I'm not very good at it.
That's my
moment.
biggest barrier for MOBAs is like especially the like top down ones. Like you just the skill cap or like the barrier to entry just feels huge.
I think the good thing is that the barrier to entry in this game is not as high because of um like if you've played shooters before, then it's like, or hero shooters, then
Yeah, it being a
it's
first
not
person
too
shooter
bad.
makes it a lot more.
Well, it's a third person
Oh,
shooter, so
third
it's
person. Okay.
kind of I don't know. Is it Valorant? Is that a third person shooter?
Yes,
No.
Valorant's first person. Sorry.
So it's like Fortnite's a third person shooter, right?
Yeah.
So I guess it's like Fortnite in that way, which is interesting because those skills are a little bit transferable. I didn't play much Fortnite. I'm not saying that it's a bad game. I just don't. It's not my kind of game.
Yeah. No. It is.
But this game's interesting because of um, skill is like I'm not very good, but I'm getting better, which is a good thing. I would say, maybe, hopefully.
Unlike me for these Keyforge games we're playing here.
I have given like I do have something like 100 games with this deck because it's just such a different kind of AoA deck. And I love it. I love AoA. It is
Yeah.
by far my favorite set.
Like, but what's happening though is everything is just perfectly wrong for me. Just every one of these turns, I'm looking at a hand that I needed like one turn ago, and
Yep.
now I have it, and it's awful.
And the reason I was bringing it up is that a big update came out today because it's in alpha. So like, but it's not an alpha where you can just download it from Steam. You have to have a friend that's inviting you, and then they
Hmm.
give you permission to play.
Yeah.
That was a mistake giving
For
that
me,
gatekeeper. No, me giving that
oh,
gatekeeper some
doing the damage
damage.
there. I mean, it's about the only thing that's saving me here. I at least get to tax you a little bit now, but I'm in trouble.
Oh, that tax was very good. I think I'm forced into this. To this stupid exhume.
Ah, so tired of this guy. Okay, I think I actually have a decent turn for this though. Finally, things are working out. Sanctum. Play Ray Rider.
Ooh, that's cool.
I do have to bounce the Bramo, sadly, but it lets me Healing Blast here to go to check. Oh, and Ronnie is probably in the archive, so... Gosh, I'm so tired of playing around this stuff. This has been my whole night is playing around Ronnies and TMTPs.
I'm gonna be honest. I'm archiving uh trash cards on purpose.
I believe
Just
it.
leaving them there.
It did just give me back my Gatekeeper,
I
though.
did. I did.
But now, yeah, so now I have... So I should have gone to 7, because now you can just Lash Lock me until I go to 9.
I could.
Frick.
Indeed. Or I could not.
Well, if I had other options. Can't even play him next to the Grey Rider to get more reaps. It's pretty bad.
One Groggins becomes 2 rocks. And then we fight. And then we fight.
Mm.
And we gain some more.
And I don't get the key because of Grump Buggy.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're not.
I really am. I am.
I played it. GG's. I like that one. That one's
no, my archives was Lamindra, Selwyn Defense, Throwing Darts, Dusk Runner.
No, you're just able to get value from the Brand twice that game, and Ronnie at least twice.
Oh, I did it too.
No, you did him twice. Because I wasn't able to get him with the Collector Worm. I probably tried too hard to make the whatever that guy's called, Gromid work.
I think it's tricky because your deck has 2 game plans that it's trying to achieve. It's got the Hypnotic Command, but it's also got the Ganganot, and so you want to kind of keep that board bigger. But because I've got big creatures
and the
do anything.
Life for Life doing 6 damage is like that's all you need against AoE Brobnar, right? The only thing that doesn't kill is like Groggins. So
imagine if like every Brobnar card from Coda and AoE were all 1 extra power. How much difference would that make to the set, to the house?
I don't know if AoE necessarily needed it for sealed. I think the Brobnar was fantastic, but Coda could have. But yeah, no.
Where that house exists in terms of Keyforge, like if each card was 1 power higher, would that make the sets? Would that make those houses and decks better?
Yeah.
Well, it would, but how much of an impact would it have on that early no creature meta?
I feel like the bigger impact would maybe almost be in Worlds Collide, because Worlds Collide you get the dinos that come in and are just all bigger than the Brobnar guys,
right?
And it's just that doesn't make sense.
What a sad house! Oh my god.
Speaking of, that's where we're headed. So what do you got coming for Worlds Collide? I will say this is not the spiciest deck.
Okay, maybe I switch my spice levels of this one. It's not necessarily spicy. It's just that it's got like 20 efficiency.
Okay.
It's got no creature control, but it's got a Narp with the Blood of the Titans and Power of Fire and Flex.
Interesting.
So it actually is, but maybe I don't do that one. I think that one's just a little bit too high for Worlds Collide.
Well, I mean, I can tell you, like, I've still got double Ganger Chieftains in this one with a bunch of the bite effects and dis and some exhumes and stuff. Also have okay efficiency, but it also has War Grumpuses, which I think might be some of the worst cards in the game. So, which is also very sad. But I do enjoy this deck.
What if I know a deck I'll play. So this deck's like low rated.
Okay.
But I played it because it's got Troll in the name. In a Chainbound event.
Nice.
And I went 3-1, but I shouldn't have. I did not deserve to. My opponents low rolled a lot of the games. It's cool. It's a cool deck. But I played it because I wanted to be a troll that time.
Bringing a troll. So we've got... Okay, so you've got Mega Ganger Chieftain. Double Stokin is fun with the Ganger Chieftain. Oh, you got the Coliseum. Coliseum would have been fun if we both brought those. Okay. That Untamed might be a problem for me, but
Yeah, maybe. I think
we'll
it's
see.
interesting.
I think this deck has probably more uh will be able to keep itself in the game better than other decks I've played so far. But I could be wrong.
Yes, we'll see.
This starting hand is not exactly giving me confidence here, but
Most exciting of Untamed. Deep Water Druid, Deep Wood Druid, one of the Deep Wood Druid, one of the top cards in the game, right?
pretty sure.
Why did it have to have such a cool art for such a crap card? Whoa, that's cool.
There's
Wait a second. Ready?
there's a few of those.
We just put it back in.
Why are you at check already?
I just had all my pips. I bounced my artifact a couple times because I haven't got any creatures to play.
Hmm.
Does your
Oh,
deck not have Amber Control? It's got an Furnace and an
guess we'll
Exhume
go
and a
dis.
Designer and a Cutthroat. Cool deck. Oh, goodbye cards.
Yeah, I'm just gonna
Yeah, I understand.
clear the chaff here a little bit. I really hate doing this, but I think I have to because I want to get the check here. I think I have to bring that guy back just in case you drop a bunch of dinos.
We have a bunch of dinos.
That's also probably a good question I should have asked.
I have 4, 5. Okay, so I do.
Mm.
And they're pretty good ones.
I'll see you, shorty. And raise you 1 and a barn raising for nothing.
I will play some artifacts.
Hmm.
Let's
Okay.
reset.
Okay. I see that. Interesting. I really wish I had my Ganger Chieftain here. Or is that what I meant? Sorry.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Go ahead and do this.
Oof. Oofka.
I don't know if I really care much about artifact control, but
Guess we're going Untamed. You can take that back to hand.
Hmm.
This is feeling really Worlds Collide BROBNAR.
Right.
And I'm going to refresh my page because the card's still not showing up.
Okay. See, I don't really appreciate you bouncing him.
You had discs for 2 turns in a row, so the likelihood that you had to begin meant it was the right call to bounce it. Anti-handcrafting. It's my favorite. And now my TCO has given up entirely.
Uh-oh.
Oh, it's back.
Well, I was going to do cooler Ganger Chieftain things, but instead I'm just going to do the lame play and mimic
There's 2
my
Infernus.
Infernus.
I didn't see that second Infernus. Oh, it's a Mimic Jump? No?
Yeah.
My card's not loaded. It just says
Oh.
Infernus.
Weird. That's strange that it says, like, 'cause it still looks like Mimic Gel on my end.
Yeah.
Not really gaining
Like
Amber,
it
but
says, like if you have the blank card without the image, it just says Infernus as the words, which is kind of interesting.
Mimic Gel is one of those cards that I feel like could have been reprinted at some point here. It's pretty fun. But there's just, I guess in Amber Skies at least, there's so few play effects that like they kind of have new cards like Doppelganger that are make more sense in a set with few play effects.
Still not loading. Is this? What does Rustnar do again? Because I can't see the card.
Fight, destroy an artifact. If that artifact had an Amber bonus, you gain that much Amber. So you would, and it's not a May, so you'd have to eat one of your own. Will have to eat one of your own. Another chant of hubris? Come on.
This guy.
Stop it.
Does Triumph automatically exalt unless if there's no cards?
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
Let me look that up.
Nope, doesn't do anything.
Okay. Stop playing
I probably should
things.
have done that first. I don't need the Axiom.
I think I just keep picking decks that don't have raw Amber in them at all. It's definitely coming back to hurt me. Let's just go here.
Maybe I should have kept that Axiom.
Nah. You can always fight. You have the Coliseum. Gotta start ticking that up anyways. Ooh.
We could just do this instead.
So remember how I said like BROBNAR should be bigger in this set? It's because of cards like these. Okay, I guess I'll just Go 0 for 3 here. Is that what we're doing?
No.
I mean, we're getting there.
You got a Vulcanet, you can kill everything.
And gain 2 chains. It's such a bad card.
Yeah, but now you can kill off the thing and gain some.
Yeah, I can make my skull bigger. And let you forge, which means I'm basically past ever being able to use cutthroat researches.
What's left in deck? That could be funny.
Deciding on a mimicry target there.
Yeah, well done, huh?
Oh, fun.
Gonna get that cheat.
Don't love that. Come on, card draw. Do something here. Fangtooth kills there. Huh. Oh, stupid Rapskull. I hate this. Why did that have to be the card you got off of the wormhole?
Okay, so this is a really interesting interaction.
With the Ganger Chieftain.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get to a double fight.
I'll do that one first though. So I did this first to fight this, then this one to fight this one. And then we do this one to this side so that we fight, I don't know, this guy. And I guess one of them dies.
And I guess I just lose. Can we do here?
I really was trying to find a lower spice level.
I think we just might have different frames of reference for spice in general.
Well, like this is only like a 58 sass deck.
That one is. I might just be getting some rough draws too.
I just think this deck's like one of those ones that does things in the same direction.
Like, yeah, I mean, getting those artifacts down early definitely was big, right? Like, just that gives you so much reach with Spiral and Library.
Like, I just gained to Ember and Phlox'em here.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We'll do it this way.
Gonna show off.
I could have done it all 3 houses, but
I know. GG.
GG's.
Okay, this is a little humbling. Maybe I just used up all of my tactical skills playing Amber Meaties, which those were some intense games, so that is also possible. But what set do we have next? So we have either Vaultmaster or Winds of Exchange.
Oh, Vaultmaster 23. Is that the next one?
Either of those, I think. I don't know if they really have like different street dates technically. I guess Winds of Exchange is probably first.
Okay.
And let me think about what I'm bringing to this, because
do we play a BROBNAR token, right? We have to.
Yeah. Surely. That's what I was gonna do. So I could play the one that I actually finished the game against the match against Amber Meaties with, but since we've already seen that one tonight, I might swap to a different one. Let me see. I just don't have too many.
Give me all the spice. Give me the spices you want to play. I won't mind. No, actually, don't do that, because if I end up winning because of RNG, then I'll feel terrible.
No, it's okay.
I don't have a lot of Winds of Exchange BROBNAR tokens.
I actually don't either. I have a couple, like 2 Berserker ones, but only one of them is really worth much. But I think what I'm gonna go for is that the right one?
Whatever, we'll just play this deck.
I think I gotta do Jupiter.
Oh, yeah. Playing a deck I've never played.
Oh.
Because I don't play a lot of Winds of Exchange, so
I've definitely slowed down playing it a lot. I don't know that it was really my favorite set. Even though there were cool things in there, I don't feel like I really got the right combinations of the cool things for most of my decks. So we got a Skirmisher with Ancient Battleground. So you have to play that, right?
No.
You're kind of morally obligated to play that.
Play it if you want me to play it.
What if it's like the last turn of the game and you're not going to win anyways? But you could get more amber by fighting.
How many tokens does my deck make? 16.5. I love TCO. It loves Australia because we love paying it 300 plus paying all the time. I mean, Nick just wants me to play Fall Fend.
Is that a different deck?
You know, Fall. It's his BROBNAR.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, don't do that. Would be very bad for me.
Um, I'll message you the deck I was looking at playing first, which is just enhancements galore. Okay, I'm back, it seems, but let's just wait for the. These cards, man, I love it. Okay, Vowel. What am I doing? Okay, there's a card showing up. We have to let it load for a second. Got one card. What is there's two cards. 3. Oh. It's at 400 ping.
Oh gosh. Oh, 400's not terrible. At least it's not 4,000.
Where I play at normally.
I'm sure the streaming bandwidth doesn't help.
No, probably not. Whatever, we'll just play.
Tree. Okay. I feel like this keeps happening too, where I kind of feel like I don't have a bad start, and then it just goes downhill from there immediately.
Ranked and Rife.
Because you always keep killing my board.
Yes, we will. Fine. Playing it.
Yes. Interesting. Let's do this then.
This is the no reap game. I love.
I can reap.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, you can.
Actually, I should have put that somewhere else. That's okay. Everything's gonna die anyways.
Can you tell me what my card was? Because it wasn't showing up.
Shock herder.
Okay, thank you.
No. Why would you play that also? I guess my little guy can just steal instead.
I don't know what these tokens are. I don't know what any of my cards are.
I'm sorry. This might need to be. How are you gonna check already too? What the heck?
Am I?
Yeah.
I don't. Just everything had pips. Yeah, everything I played had pips.
Yeah. So this is again, it just kind of what we keep hitting. So you're
What
playing
deck
decks
am I
with
playing?
pips, and I just apparently don't own those.
I do own like 3 times the number of decks.
I think we're gonna. No, we're just gonna do this.
Oh my.
Ah. Oh, I guess I gave you back the shock herder, didn't I? That was dumb. Too bad your tokens don't get to get back up.
Yeah. Goodbye, creatures. Like, even the rage token is not there. This is great streaming content.
Let's do.
Am I losing chunks? No, I'm not losing any frames. Okay.
Oh, you actually keep me from getting to check this turn because you have just enough creatures.
Good. Let me try again. Let me try refreshing again. I'll just wait for a second.
Taking you some time even just to get back in. Not like this. It's got to end different. There you are.
Okay, come on. Load the game. Load the decks. Load the cards. Let me see what I've got. Oh, there's some. It's showing your cards.
Huh.
All of your cards.
Just doesn't like your deck.
No. Oh, that has an enhancement on it. Slowly coming back. Come on. You can do this game. I believe in you. Oh, my deck had a Grand Gourd. And a Shattered Throne.
I'm just sad Guiltspine School didn't have poison. I feel like that would have made a little bit more sense. But then he'd just be so much better than the Raider. I mean, he already is, but...
I love this. Why are you doing this game? Just show me the cards. Please. Whatever. I'll just say it. I love this stupid card. I can show the token, it just doesn't want to show what's underneath the token.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's some cards coming out.
I wonder if this makes sense to do. Oh good, he can't reap. I love that. Stupid Terrarium.
He cannot.
Let's just put you back into BROBNAR here.
Lovely.
And I've been holding this. I'm just going to discard it. But we're going to keep this guy on the board because... yeah, this deck is so slow. Why do I keep picking these slow decks? Okay, let's get some Mars going here. You notice my ultimate strategy of just not giving you Amber to steal?
Do I have cards to steal? I gotta trade some.
You have like a generous offer. I'm just thinking back to all that Shadows. Still haunted by it. Of course, right after I ditch the catch and release, you just play like 17 creatures.
I'm not gonna play creatures while I know you have a catch and release.
Just saying, you're playing tactically, and I didn't know that was part of the agreement.
Master Vault?
Huh? Did you say something
like
about
loading said try loading the decks on Master World. Maybe that will help it.
I thought you had said something about living in Texas. It's like, what are you talking about? Gonna go BROBNAR here.
Yes.
Gonna make some tokens. And then we're gonna play her, and we're gonna make some more tokens.
Oh.
We're gonna blow things up.
Do I have a board wipe? Nope.
Problem is I haven't found my one splash attack.
Leave Brittany alone.
Dude. And the second problem is I'm gaining no amber. Ugh.
Some cards are showing up. Just rant now. It's just like not consistent. I'm not sure why that's doing that. Is it just because the ping's really high? Try laying decks on Master Vault. I've loaded them. Does that help? Do I look at the cards that aren't showing up? Maybe that will help.
I gotta kill my own Guilt Spine School. Dang it.
So if I look at a specific card, like this one, a little bit different here, maybe.
Now are you gonna steal?
Tempting.
Ooh, the insurance policy.
Indeed.
Unfortunately,
Scoop up.
I have the answer. And I am going to pick this guy up so that I can finally get my tokens ready.
Uh-oh. But now they're the lowest power.
Dang it. They sure are the lowest power.
I don't mind if you take it back.
Oh my gosh. I just cannot win tonight. This is crazy.
I don't mind if you take that, but like if you reap with those and get the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 amber.
All right. Just to get this over with.
Because it wasn't like, it was just a...
I mean, that is a good summary of how my evening has gone. After
I've been trying to kill him for a long time.
Huh?
I've been trying to kill it. I've been trying to kill that 1 power for a long time, knowing that the creatures were 3 power. He did it for me. Yes, indeed. I don't make any tokens with this guy.
Okay. We're going to do BROBNAR things. Might only be for 1 turn, but we're finally going to do it. Fight. Fight. And by BROBNAR things, I mean tokens things where you just reap out with a giant board.
Rant and rob, baby.
That is a thing.
I don't have it. This will be
That means
game.
it is not much of a thing then.
GG's.
GG's.
Big berserkers. This'll be... They beat your face.
It really, like, this is such a weird deck. Like, it looks like it should be better, but it just does not generate amber. It's kind of sad.
The problem is that you got what, double Mars needs amber in it, right?
Yeah, double Mars needs
But
amber.
you're always wanting to fight the opponent's board with the berserkers, so their plans are going against each other.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I think I've thought, like, maybe I'll fight into things that are bigger than 5 power so that they'll have damage on them, but then the next berserker also has to fight that guy. So, yeah, it's not amazing. But it's fun sometimes. Okay.
Maybe you won.
How are you feeling about the internet? Do you want to call it here and try another time?
I'm happy to call it here and we reset because that what's that 4 matches, and if we got Master Vault 2023, Grim
GR,
Reminders,
Amber Skies, and
Amber Skies, Menagerie, not Menagerie.
Ooh, I actually don't
Unchained.
know if I have a Brobnar Menagerie or Unchained.
I'd
I'd have to
Unchained
look at
BROBNAR.
that. I don't know if I have either.
I can find a Vaultmaster 24 from a friend.
You should, because I love that deck.
Yeah,
man, do I love that deck.
I'm sure people are happy to lend me one that's not.
Because it even has a Maverick Brobnar creature. Oh, I guess it's because of an exchange officer, which is less cool, but
Maybe I just play my Unchained deck into it.
oh, I actually have a second one that just generates a ton of amber.
My Unchained is a triple Gedhammer Hallowfest.
Oh, yeah, no, please don't do that.
The rest of the deck is garbage, but
I guess neither of us even played Hallowfest for this one. I don't own a Hallowfest deck. Funny enough,
I kind of do. I don't. I still need to pay somebody for the decks.
I don't love them. They're not. It's not my favorite play pattern. Kind of like
there was a tournament that Zaramis and I did. We haven't finished it, but it's a solid. We opened a bunch of decks of Woe, but he's kind of sick of GG sets, so I don't think we're going to finish it.
Yeah.
But the idea is that we just draft the decks, and then at the end, whoever wins, like with their deck that they chose, is the person who gets to pick the deck to keep first. And that's it. That's the only thing you get to win, for winning.
Nice.
But it's balanced in a way that like you're likely to not run out of decks, and so it often is like someone's out by the last. Like if someone's out, it's either they're out in the second to last or the last match because of the way that the loser and winner brackets work. But the cool thing was that we opened 4 Hallowfest decks.
Oh,
and I think maybe 2 or 3 Scholar trainer decks, which is nice. But I don't know if they're that great. All of those decks.
Yeah.
I think there is one that is a Scholar deck that has Hallowfest, and I think that's one of the better ones. But I don't think it's the coolest deck. I think one of the coolest decks. I'll show you.
I'm not.
The cards.
I guess you'll have to send it to me because I'm not looking at your stream. I'm on my stream.
Yeah. I'll message you the deck. It's a Legacy Keyforge. It's got Sanctum.
Oh, that is not the deck that's already in here.
But it's a Legacy Keyforge without the Antiquities dealer.
Interesting.
Oh, it's the only one that exists. I think this deck is awesome because it's got double Celestial Gorm with Keyforge and triple Figurographic Rods. And not many creatures,
double Glorious View, yeah. Interesting. So with the Gorms, I have to think about that. Can't like indefinitely
until you need it.
Right, you can't do that like indefinitely though.
No, you can do it. So you
kind of can't you? Yeah, because once you get both Gorms down,
then you bounce them, and then you play the Forge, and then the next turn you play the second Celestial Golem, and then you bounce it for the third turn.
Well, but yeah, because the Gorms destroy themselves.
Right.
But yeah. But then you also got, if you have the rods down, you're kind of clunking your hand up.
I
It's
like,
interesting.
yeah. Well, I often don't go for that lock. I try to just go bounce all the Frigga rods and illusions of Azure base and outpost and just play them
It's
all
a lot
down
of
again.
amber. Yeah, and you got the recorded history for the Forge if you need it too, just to hold it. And Chosen One,
Cool.
Nice.
Pretty cool deck.
Yeah, it's not bad. Well, I'm excited to do some of these next ones. The reminders will probably be quick, but Amber Skies, I think. I don't know. I need to see more Amber Skies BROBNAR. I feel like I opened so much Mars. Like it's just so much of it. But my very first deck that I opened with BROBNAR has some really fun stuff in it. Double Razor Glass, triple Berserker Slam, and then a couple Dread Stars. I don't know. It's just
So
like,
how spicy do you want my BROBNAR to be for reminders?
for Grim Reminders,
I'm happy to just, yeah.
I mean, at this point, like I'd have to win almost all the rest of the games just to come back. So it doesn't matter. Let's do just make it cool. Whatever, something that you think is cool from Grim Reminders. I have stuff that like is almost cool because I have what is this one?
Cool. If you're gonna go, I don't care what you go in the
Like I have a Final Refrain Brawling Grounds deck, but there's just like so few good BROBNAR creatures in there. So like that's one of the ones I could try. But the one I was gonna do is like I said, Beanstalk, Ganger Chieftain.
Do it.
Double Riot.
I won't play my Well of Memory loop.
Yeah, because we're playing BROBNAR. We're not playing Geistoid. We'll come back to that one.
It has BROBNAR. It's just it often gets purged with the Well of Memory.
Yeah. No, mine does not have Geistoid in it, but it also has like double belligerent guard, so it's fighting in every house. It is a fighting deck.
I will play my also Beanstalk deck that has no Geistoid. It has Beanstalk and War Chest, and then it has and Brick Nasty and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 giants.
Yeah, that's the one thing with mine.
The BROBNAR house is spicy.
Mine doesn't have the Brick Nasty. The one sad thing about it, but it'll be fun.
Yeah,
we can plan that for another time. We'll be in touch.
Yes. So thanks guys for watching. That was part 1 of our BROBNAR tribute, and thanks for playing those games.
Yeah, thanks for setting this up, Astron. This is a blast. I think once we get the like streaming kind of dual screen thing figured out a little bit more, it'll be we'll just keep making it better. But definitely fun to kind of get to do some of these older decks that I haven't played for a while, even if they got a little bit disrespected. But
I just maybe I need to reevaluate what I think of in terms of spice. Because when you said 3 or 4, I'm like, cool. I would take 3 or like I take a 4 to NKFL, and then 3, it's like I would take it to like just a
Chainbound Knight.
Yeah, like a Chainbound. Yeah, like it's good enough to play in Chainbound, but it might go like 2-2 or 3-1.
No, it's okay. I don't think I have quite the top heavy of a collection. Like most of what I have in the NKFL, those are kind of the best decks I own, and they're still not amazing. I can work with them because I know their matchups, but once we get into the newer sets, though, I do have a little bit better for sure.
You almost make me want to play like a full BROBNAR NKFL lineup.
Isn't that what what's his name? He's doing like Coda BROBNAR, right?
Yeah, but I couldn't do that. I couldn't do that much Coda BROBNAR.
Yeah, that'd be a lot.
Especially like in Silver Plus. Like if you're in Silver Plus, like
yeah,
you bring things that are like 4 spice levels, sometimes just is not enough. And it's just absurd of how strong the meta's become. And so I'm a little. Maybe I'm looking to just play some legacy stuff next season and giving the regular season a break, because either way, it'll. I think it's just. Yeah. I don't know.
I'm holding off on that choice until I see how Amber Skies looks in competitive, because I think, I don't know, it's just gonna be really interesting. And tokens, like bringing in a really disruptive set, or two pretty disruptive sets, could really slow down GR, or just change what GR decks people are bringing. Like Well of Memory, I think is still going to be fantastic, but other things might be a little bit less. I don't know. You'll just probably see more, probably just more rush decks in general, because I think that's what Amber Skies is going to be the most, is the crazy rush with key cheats. And so that's kind of what you're probably going to have to be.
See, I still don't have. I got rid of Patreon for Keyforge just until after KFC, so I can have a little bit of extra money. I know it's not a lot, but I got rid of it like a few months ago. So I have no idea how strong my Tokens of Change or Amber Skies decks are in terms of what the meta thinks they are. So I've just been playing them, and like Tokens of Change is fun because it just spams everything. But
Tokens has been pretty hit or miss for me. I've got a couple really cool decks. I just opened an alpha gamma deck, or alpha, yeah, alpha beta, whatever it is, which is really, really interesting. And then I have a pretty cool thrall deck. But
I don't have any of those cool tokens.
I've got some pretty rough ones too. I don't have a high enough Patreon either to see the scores, so I usually try to play everything I open anyways, because I don't open a ton. But Amber Sky is just doing some interesting things, like Crepuscular Rays, especially like that, with some of the other things, or even just what's the Mars guy, Ixnru the Clever, who can just pull all the amber off of one of your own creatures. Like, there's just so much capture in this set that those kind of cards are going to get so much just like incremental value throughout games. And like the Mars ones especially, you have ways to ready and use them on turn that you play them. So I don't know, it's going to be really interesting. The Sky
Isn't
Beasts
there
are
only
also
like
gross.
2 board wipes and all of?
Creature control is an issue. There's some really strong ones though, like Shell of a Ghost is awesome.
Is it? What does it card do?
So that one
Shell of a
is
Ghost.
destroy each creature that is not on a flank, and then put a creature from any discard into play under your control. So it's put into play instead of actually play, and then it gains 2 change, which is not fun. But there's so many like destroyed effects and stuff in here that if you set that up right,
Rare
and then
though, unfortunately.
yeah. What else is there? Yeah, the creature control has been one of the interesting pieces. In sealed, I think it's interesting because you kind of have to play different. Like, you have to think from turn one of like, okay, I have to be a little bit more proactive of like fighting my opponent's creatures off. In Archon though, like GR especially, GR most GR decks don't care that much about building a board. So I don't know that it really matters a whole lot if these decks have it, unless tokens also comes in and builds huge boards, and then this set's gonna have issues.
Okay, so there are some. There's just a lot of things in red. So like Final Refrain, Dance of Doom, Delta P. They Tell No Tales.
Yeah, They Tell No Tales. Is that one uncommon? I opened a double
Yeah,
They Tell No
uncommon.
Tales
Choose a
deck that
house,
seemed
destroy each
pretty
creature that
good.
chosen house, which is kind of lame. I wish it was just one chain. Anyway, each player reveals a random card from their hand or archives. Each player gains 1 for each bonus icon on their revealed card. Destroy each creature. Okay. Bartering games is somewhat. De-escalation is kind of the only one common for a lot. And
There's what's the Mars one? Kaboom.
oh, and
Kaboom's
yeah,
in there. Which also
Stupid.
feels weird because you don't have like
Man,
any play effects in Mars.
the large creature control is not relevant.
It's all about the animator. Just turn everything into artifacts. You don't have to worry about it anymore.
Damn.
But yeah, that is going to be the trick with the set, is having the right creature control to be able to kind of stay in those games, and enough Amber Burst and generate and control to keep up with GR.
Yeah. What else is with the Skyborn? Skyborn should have had a wow.
I Seeker Missiles is a pretty sad feeling card. Bomberang also feels kind of sad. They could have had something.
Yeah,
More
but they
than what
didn't.
they have. But they have the bomb amber control, so I mean they're supposed to do a lot of Radiant fighting. They just don't do enough unless you get like the shard or red skies.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go and get myself some lunch and be done for the day.
Been fun,
Thanks
bud.
for playing around.
Yeah.
I'll see you at a different time.
Yeah.
And we'll get the rest of that
Yeah, sounds good.
Format sorted. Okay, see you later, friend.
See ya. Been fun.